Hello everyone, Steven here. Today we're looking at the magic of connecting your Namecheap domain to your Shopify store. So if you're ready to give up your online business a personal touch, you are in the right place. Let's start by the domain settings into Namecheap. Our journey begins into the Namecheap dashboard. As you can see, we are inside the Namecheap, so let's tweak a few settings to prepare your domain for the Shopify embraced. I will show you the ropes. Ensure your domain is ready for its new home. If you don't have a Shopify website, I'm going to leave you guys a link down below in the description so you can all get started totally for free. So you have only two into Namecheap. If you don't have a domain, you wanted to go here into the basic stuff and choose a domain you wanted to purchase. For example, let's go for pop blocks. I hit into search and it's going to be showing me a lot of domains where I can purchase. So choose the one that best suits for you, hit into add to the cart, and now hit into purchase. So after you make the purchase, you want to go into your account and go directly into your domain list. So you can see all the domains you have purchased through your account. So what we wanted to do is to get started by connecting our domain now into Shopify. Now, what we wanted to do is to click here into the domain, hit into managed, and then what we want to do is to click into advanced DNS. This is the very first step. Now let's update the DNS settings into Namecheap. This is time to bring it all together. Let's go back to Namecheap and update those DNS settings with the Shopify magic. Now usually here, it's going to be asking you to add a specific record. So what you wanted to do is to go directly here into Shopify. Inside Shopify, open our dashboard. Let's go into settings. Inside the settings, what we want to do is to locate the domain section into the left part, and inside this domain you can see that we have a current domain created by Shopify. So what we wanted to do is to add our own domain. Let's go for connect existing domain. Now here into domain, what we wanted to do is to copy the name of our domain, which is actually this one. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it here into this domain. Now I'm going to go into next. And now what we wanted to do is to choose the verified domain ownership. So what we want to do is to copy all of this information and paste it directly into the advanced DNS of Namecheap. So let's get started with the very first DNS. Now, usually into the Nameservers, what you want to do is to type the A record. For example, it's going to be asking you for the name, it's going to be asking you for the IP address, and it's going to be asking you for the required value. So you just copy and paste all this information and hit into verify connection. As you can see, the domain overview verification failed because we already have this domain already been attached and connected to another Shopify store. But the process actually is exactly the same. If we wanted to disconnect this directly from the other store, we need to sign into Shopify, do the disconnected, and then later on try it again. In this case, we won't do that because we're going to be losing everything. But we're almost there. Now let's just verify the connection and finalize the setup. Usually this won't appear like 2 or 5 minutes later. You need to wait up to 10 minutes in order to make the verification process already been connected automatically. Just in case you have any question, you can always go into the help.shopify.com. So it's going to be helping you to transfer depending on what is your domain provider. For example, let's say that you don't buy with Namecheap, you buy it with GoDaddy or Bluehost. So choose the one that best suits for you, and it's going to be sending you into the instructions. So run a quick check to make sure your domain is seamlessly integrated with the Shopify store. Now, before we just moved in, you wanted to make sure that this primary option, you changed it. You changed the Shopify section, for example, the new domain, hit into change domain type and choose the one that says primary domain. So the display to the address bar when visitors are browsing into the online store. Really, really important. And when you do this directly with the Shopify that you already had when you get started with, change the domain type into redirecting the domain, the current. So just make sure that everything works perfectly, and into the upper side you see that your URL is now being transferred from Namecheap into your Shopify. And that, guys, is how you make an actual successful connection with your Namecheap domain into your Shopify. Now, if you find this tutorial helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Subscribe for more website wisdom. Hit the bell icon. You now know how to do this from Namecheap into Shopify. Just in case you don't have yet your Shopify, I'm going to leave you guys a link down below in the description so you can all get started with a very great, huge deal into Shopify. Your online presence just got a personal touch. Until next time, happy building.